Okay, so let me just make sure the comments are working. Okay, it should be. So when you jump on, please leave me a comment so I know that they're working. It says swipe left to reveal. I do this every time. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay, so I'm going to start talking, and hopefully I'll start seeing some comments when people start to join. So this should be, hopefully I'm in my Facebook group. Let me check. Guys, am I in my Facebook group? One of these days I will end up, I'm pulling it up on my computer here next to me. One of these days, I know I'll do a live, like on my personal profile, and I'll start talking about the group, and it won't be in the group, which is, it's got to be, because I've got several people watching now. Okay. Drop me a comment so I can see that you're there, and let me know that this is in my Facebook group. Oh, great. Yeah, it's trying to do like the whole, like, this has got to be my Facebook group. Okay. Yay! I got a comment, Victoria Shannon. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're in business. We're in business. Yay! Hey. Oh, hey, Kara. Yay! Okay, awesome. Awesome. Hey, guys. All right. So hopefully you can hear. Oh, hey, Sandy. Yay! Hey, Sophie. Hey, girl. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. It's really windy. Can you hear me okay? Hi, I gotta figure out how to say your name. Izadaya. Izadaya. I'm trying. Beautiful name though. Even though I can't pronounce it. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, cool. Because it is windy. I actually went and just grabbed my sunglasses. I just walked in the door and I went back and got my sunglasses so that way my hair can stay off my face. How crazy is that? I'm like, I need a headband or something. But I was running late. So as usual these days. Okay, all right. So this is the big announcement. It's really exciting. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all y'all. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, hey, Holly. Oh, from the UK. That's awesome. Okay, so I've got a mimosa. I did take time to pour a mimosa. I need a mimosa. It's been cuckoo crazy lately. I'll get into that in a little bit. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So this is the live to announce the winners for the top 10 most active members for the month of February in the Urban and Romance Urban and Romance Fantasy Paranormal Romance Book Lovers Facebook group. Say that 10 times fast. So that's probably where you guys are all watching from right now. You should be anyways. Oh, hey, no one. Oh, I'm so excited you're on. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to announce, so we have, the top 10 most active members. Apologize for you guys who've seen this every month. They're like, she's explaining it all over again. But we always get people joining that have never, seen it, so they don't know. So I'm the admin of the group, Rebecca. So every month we do a contest. Facebook gives me the stats to tell me who the most active members are. And we're late this month. This video should have been done a month ago, which I'm going to apologize profusely to Amelia Hutchins because I kept sending her messages saying, I'm sorry. It has to push. I have so much stuff going on. So what happens is I partner with an author that I love, and I ask them if they would donate something to the top 10. And so this month, Amelia Hutchins is donating 2 signed paperbacks for the month of February to 2 people. So it's 1 paperback per person. So that's like amazing. So she's going to mail them to the winners. So that's really exciting. So we have 2 people. Oh, hey, Dee. Hey, Stina. Hey, Katie. Oh, my goodness. Girl, it's nice to see you again. Katie and I just met for the first time last month. And I'm a bit of a talker, right? I can't help it. So I'm going to talk about Amelia Hutchins and her books and why she's so amazing. And then I'll announce the winners. Then we're going to move into the 1100. And the 1100 is we're going to pick those winners live. Okay, so there's just a lot going on in this video. I might have to break it up in future months because that's just a lot. So we're going to pick 5 winners live, and then those 5 winners are going to each pick a number. I'm going to give them a range, and then we'll pick 5 winners from that number. I'll explain all that more later. Once we're done with all that, then I'm just going to stay on here and answer any questions that you guys have about the group, what's going on. If you have any, you don't understand why something was moderated the way that it was, I'm happy to explain any of that, why we have the rules that we have. And I'll probably start talking to you a little bit about why it's delayed a month. Because I'm an open book and I can explain to you, if you're interested in me, Rebecca, what's going on there too. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so first of all, let me open up 1 second. I'm going to, of course, I can't get on there. Hold on 1 second. I can't get on Facebook on my Surface. Hold on one second. I've got approved from another device, but it's going to take me out of... I set up the 2-factor verification on my Facebook because my TikTok profile got hijacked. So that stunk. And so since that happened, I have been super, cautious about anything social media wise. Like I'm always nervous all the time now that, that something's going to get hacked. So I set up the 2-factor verification for Facebook, and I have to literally jump through hoops whenever I do anything now. It's like, it sucks, but it's like, I'm keeping it safe. Because I obviously don't want the profile to get hijacked, and then like the Facebook group and all that stuff. That was TikTok though, that's not Facebook. Okay, all right, I think I'm in. All right, so open book, no pun intended. I know, it's so bad. My husband is like, Rebecca, like you've got 4 TikTok handles, you do your Facebook group, like what is wrong with you? You just tell everyone everything. Yeah, so it's a problem. I just can't. I don't know, I just believe in the best in people, I'm just one of those people. So yeah, all these in a row. Okay. All right, this is exciting. So we are delayed a month. I'm so sorry. Amelia Hutchins, I'm so sorry. She doesn't care. She's like, okay, whatever. I know her. She doesn't care. So Amelia Hutchins, you guys. So if you have not heard of Amelia Hutchins, and you are a avid paranormal romance, high fantasy reader, you might be living under a rock because this woman is like, she's big. She's big time. Her Facebook group has a lot of people in it. Like last time I checked, I think it was like close to 30,000 members. Like she's like almost as big as we are. Like she's just an author by herself. She has a, we all love her. Yeah, she's amazing. She has this massive following. So she's really famous for the Fae Chronicles series. And that is an enemies to she's great at enemies to lovers and angst, and she's also like amazing with steam. She writes really good steam. It's like, it's hot, it doesn't like take over too much of the book, but it's just like the right amount, like, and she's just really good with that. Like she's really, really good with that. She's also like, just personality wise, I don't know if you guys, if you're not in her group, you might not have seen some of her posts, or maybe like, have you read her author's notes? She just tells it like it is, man. She's just like, yeah, no, whatever it is. Like she just, like you just know that you're getting a really honest person when you talk to her. And I love that about her. Like when I read one of her author's notes, I was like, dang, Gina, you guys gotta all go read the author's notes now. Like she's just like, she just says, hey, this is how it is. And she has, no regrets, and just, super down to earth and honest. And I love that. I have not met her in person. I am so excited to meet her in person. I hear she's a big introvert in person, and she's super quiet. So I'm just going to go like squeeze her. So Amelia, if you're watching, I'm going to squeeze you whenever I finally meet you and give you a big hug. But she's just awesome, So she wrote the Fae Chronicles series, which it's a high fantasy, really angsty, enemies to lovers. It's about Ryder and Sin, and Ryder's like a king of the Fae, I think, or a prince of the Fae. I can't remember which one it is. I'm terrible at that. And she just kind of gets, Sin does like this job, and she like gets thrown into his world, and they kind of get into each other's orbits, and they're like super attracted, but they're enemies. And it's just really good. It's Fae, like, so if you like the Fae realms and stuff like that, like it's human, go to the Fae realm kind of thing. It's great. I really love it. I've read several of those, and there's a couple spin-off series. The Monster series is one of them. You have to join her Facebook group, because she is just like, and the other thing too is like, in our group, right? If somebody says, something bad or whatever, like we'll remove the post, you know how we are, like we're like super like big on positivity. I'll see Amelia leave those things up. Like people have said something bad about her, and like she'll leave it up, and then she'll like comment. She'll be like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but really da 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 da. And it's like, it just blows my mind, because she's like, I love that about her. She'll just like say the truth, but she's not mean, but she'll just like, gracefully say whatever it is. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's like, she's great. So it's like, it's quite entertaining in her group. Not only that, like her fans are Horde King, yeah. Her fans are like diehard fans, and the group itself is like super active, you know. And there's a lot of like both her and Stephanie Hudson. They have like this diehard fan, and I'm only mentioning Stephanie because like I'm in both of their groups, and I think both of them have like all this eye candy. Like there's tons of eye candy. If you go to the photos, you'll see tons of photos of like all the different characters. Like the people just they just love, you know, they love the books and they love talking about the books, and it's just a really great, it's just a lot of fun. So I really recommend joining Amelia's group for sure if you haven't already. Okay. Oh, hey, Dawn. Oh, hey, Author Maggie Brown. I saw Author Maggie Brown at Fiction Fans and Ball Gowns last weekend in Liverpool. It was her dress. I don't know if you've done a picture. You should post one in the group and say, Rebecca told me to post this, and show your dress. It was gorgeous from the, your mom made it. I remember. It was beautiful. Okay, I'm getting off on my tangent. This is what I do. So anyway, so she's got the Fae Chronicle series. Very huge, very beloved. Awesome. She's got Legacy of the Nine Realms. I love Legacy of the Nine Realms. Like I am ecstatic. So when I read Fae Chronicles, I wasn't doing emoji reviews back then. That's why I don't have an emoji review of it. Whenever I reread the series, I'm sure I'll do one because I do love Fae Chronicles. Legacy of the Nine Realms, I was doing emoji reviews. If you haven't seen that, like if you go to the guides, there's like an emoji review guide that's got all of like books that I'm gaga about, and I kind of go crazy and I just throw emojis at them. You know, I'm just like, take those emojis. You know, so I did that for Legacy of the Nine Realms. The other thing about Legacy of the Nine Realms, I read all books back to back. If you guys know me, that's super rare. I jump around. I read like a book, maybe 2 books in a series, and then I like jump to another series, and I like come back to this one. Like I'm actively reading like 20 series at a time. Okay, like I jump. So when you see, oh, you loved emoji reviews, thank you. Oh yeah, it was awesome meeting you too. I think I'm seeing the comments a little delayed, but it's really cool to see it. Nox and Arya, yeah. Oh, that's Legacy of Nine Realms. But when I read Legacy of Nine Realms, I could not put it down. I read all 4 books, and they're big books, and I read them back to back, and I didn't stop. Like I didn't come up for air. I was reading. I just love it. So Legacy of the Nine Realms is what I will say is a hardcore enemies to lovers. Hardcore. Like borderline bullying. It's not bullying, but it is hardcore, and you are going to hate Nox. You're going to hate him, but then you're going to love him. You're going to love, because, you know, with any kind of really good story, right, that has like the enemies to lovers theme or the bullying theme, you know, there's always a reason. You know, and like, not that it excuses being mean, right? And like, obviously we don't love it in real world. So let me just say that, right? Like, these are books, right? It's pretend, you know, it's fantasy, right? You know, it's fiction, you know, it's not real world. I don't think any of us would support bullying or enemies to lovers in the real world, but that's what we read, right? It's an escape from the real world, right? You know, and just because we're into certain things in books doesn't mean that we're okay with it in real life or that we're into it in real life, right? Right. So, but that being said, it's a great enemies to lovers. It's hardcore. It's brutal. I mean, you just gotta get the emotions going, you know, because you just get so angry. And the thing that I love about Arya is she's just like a chaotic reader. Yes, I am a chaotic reader. Arya is, and you can tell them everywhere. She's kick butt, man. She's great. You know, one of the things for me that when I love an enemies to lovers trope or a bully romance trope, or whatever, or, you know, like I need the vengeance. I need the feisty. I need the FMC to never lose her spine. That's big for me. And Amelia does that so well with her books. Like it's just so satisfying when you get to those scenes. That happens. And Arya is she's just amazing. And there is like, so when the book starts off, Flames of Chaos is the first book. There's a bit of world building, right? Because it's like high epic fantasy. Amelia writes these big books. So like if you're, you know, a lot of paranormal romances are smaller, and her stuff, Fae Chronicles and especially Legacy of the Nine Realms are much longer, you know, bigger books. And a lot of times when you have fantasy like that, like high fantasy, yeah, she's vengeful and spicy. Yes, Arya, she's great. You know, when you have that high fantasy, you have to have the world building. and she does that. She lays in a bit of world building at the beginning of Legacy of the Nine Realms, but it didn't take me long to really get into it. It took me a little bit to like understand what was going on, like understanding like, there are 9 realms here. There's this human realm. It's about Arya has a twin sister. They're witches. Everyone in the family is born in a pack of twins, and they're different creatures. I think they're like sirens, and there could be like werewolves. They're all different like creatures, if I remember correctly. My memory's not the best. But Arya, she's looking for her missing sister, and so she goes to this like human realm that's like the gateway to the other realms. And then Nox has taken over the realm, and he's like the king, and he hates witches. And there's just like this diehard hate between him and her. But they're like super attracted to each other, like because they're both like obviously hot, So it's good. And then like I think it was maybe like the 30 or 40% mark. Something happened. I'm not going to give any spoilers. Her characters are really great. Yes, they are. Especially Legacy Nine Realms. I think that's far worse. Don't you guys agree? Like the ones who have read it, between Fae Chronicles and Legacy Nine Realms. Legacy Nine Realms is a lot grayer, a lot darker of characters, in my opinion, because I think it really is a hardcore enemies to lovers, But anyways, I think like 34% of the book, something happened that surprised me that I didn't expect, and it was really, really cool. All I can say is rattle, rattle, rattle. If that, like, for you guys that are watching it, like that have read the books, and I didn't see that coming. And when it did, I was hooked, completely hooked. There are triggers, I should say, with Legacy Nine Realms. So make sure you read, the author's note trigger warnings. There are triggers because it is like I said, hardcore enemies to lovers. I have one trigger. My one trigger is like brutal, sadistic torture. Like I have a real hard time if there's something kind of like psychotically sick combined with the torturing. And there is one small scene at the end of book 1 that was along those lines, and it was almost too much for me. Almost too much for me. And I think I messaged Amelia and I was like, dang, Gina, like, oh my gosh, this is brutal. Just this one scene. But I kept reading, of course, because it's Amelia Hutchins. And I'm so glad I did, because it was just like go, 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 action packed. And guys, for those of you that have read it, it's the dungeon scene. And that doesn't spoil anything, by the way, but it's the dungeon scene at the end of book 1. I was like, oh my God, this is brutal. And then I read the rest of the 4 books back to back, and I'm so glad I did. I absolutely loved it. There's another trigger a little bit later on, too, as well. So, but just make sure you check the trigger warnings. If you have no triggers, you'll be absolutely fine. If you have triggers, you'll probably be fine too. Just, make sure it's not your triggers. So, okay. Yeah, it is much darker than Fae Chronicles. I thought so. Yeah. I just saw that, Maggie. Yeah. So, anyways, she's amazing. I think, I just think her books are just, she's super talented. Oh, and I was going to say, too, she always gives her first book away for free. And I love that about her. And she actually gets razzed about it in her group. She, it blows my mind. Someone will drop a post in her group complaining that the rest of the books aren't free. I'm like, are you kidding me? She just gave you the first book away for free, which is insanely nice. She didn't have to do that. And they're like, oh, she does it to hook you in, so that way you have to buy the rest. I mean, talk about pessimistic personality there. No, that's not. I've talked with her. That's not why she does it. She feels because it is an investment for her books, right? Because each book, I think, is like between, on Kindle, you guys will have to correct me, like between $5.99 and $7.99 a piece, I think, right? I think her books are. I think there's times there's deals and stuff. But she feels as if, it is an investment, right? You're paying, right? Which for each of her books. And so she wants you to have an opportunity to see if you're all in before you go down that path. And so it's actually a very nice way of doing things, and it's a kind thing. It's not to try to hook you in, so that's just difference between people with the glass is half full and the glass is half empty personalities, right? Like that's in my brain, that's the difference. Have I read her Immortal Hexes? I don't think I have. I've read Fae Chronicles. I've read the first book of the Monster series, and I've read obviously Legacy of Nine Realms. I obviously have a lot more reading to do. It's just hard to read everything, but I'm trying. So, okay, yeah, I'll have to, yeah, those posts drive me crazy. I just want to be like, you know, and she'll come very like kindly and she'll just, you know, respond. And it just like amazes me. Yeah. Oh, okay, right. So, yeah, so for me, like I said, what you need to do is join her group. She has a reading order, and I don't know if it's pinned to her announcements, but I'm sure you could probably search in her group. But it's key to read in the reading order because she has a lot of spin-off series off of the Fae Chronicles for sure. I would probably start, unless you love hardcore enemies to lovers and you don't have triggers, I would start with Fae Chronicles because it's not as hard, right? But it's still fantastic. Like, it's still enemies to lovers. It's still fantastic. If you love hardcore enemies to lovers and you love action and you love kick butt FMCs and you love really spicy steam, Legacy of the Nine Realms. It's 4 books. It's not complete yet, but it's so good. And I'm a big proponent of reading books as they come out, because a lot of people will do posts in the group and they'll say, "Oh, can we have a completed series?" You know, and we get that, right? There's all times, like, especially me, because I have 20 different books I'm reading right now. You know, there's always like times where you need a completed series because you have all these unfinished things and you feel like you need to finish something. So I get that. But the problem is when we only read completed series, authors don't get feedback that people are liking their series. And so if a publisher doesn't see a market for it and an author doesn't see a market for it, the series can get canceled. And it has happened. It's happened time and time again where series get canceled. And you have to remember, you know, these are the author's livelihood, right? So if we're waiting until they pump out 10 books or 6 books or 8 books or whatever it happens to be, you know, that's not paying them as they go, right? And that's really tough for them as authors to continue being an author if they're not getting that financial support. So like a good workaround that I'll see people say in the group all the time that want a completed series is that they just go ahead and buy the books. They just go ahead and buy them up front. Now, that's still fantastic. Authors love it. But authors also really thrive off of reviews. So that's the other thing that's good about reading as you go is as they come out, because the authors need the reviews. They need to see they need people to see how much people are loving the book, so someone else buys the book, right? It sells the book. So reviews are key for authors. They're huge actually for authors. You know, I do the emoji reviews and I started realizing when I started doing these reviews, like, you don't have to write reviews like I write reviews, right? But you know, like I write like crazy, right? Like just a few sentences is great, right? But, you know, I started posting the emoji reviews in a bunch of different groups, and, you know, and I've had authors message me and say, since your post dropped, this is what's happened with my sales. And they've shown me the charts, you know, and like, I don't want to be like, oh my God, you know, like I don't want to think that that's all me, right? It's obviously their book too, but it helps, you know, that just goes to, and I'm always tickled pink when they do that. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I helped. Yay. Because I don't get, you know, this is just a hobby for me. So I'm just literally I love reading and I love helping out authors. Yeah, reviews are crucial. Absolutely crucial. And some authors actually really like reviews as an opportunity to get feedback. A lot of authors don't though. So I guess just do what you think is best. And go from there. But do remember that, like, when you publicly review an author and you publicly say things, especially if you're an author yourself, you know, it's a small world in the author world. And just remember that they're people too, right? And they're humans too, and they have feelings too, and they put, you know, their heart and their soul into their book. So, you know, it's kind of like the reason why, I know I'm going off the beaten path and I'm going to announce the winners in a second. It's kind of one of the reasons why, like, we have the positivity rules in the group like we do, because I want authors to be able to come in the group and not worry about stumbling upon something that would be hurtful to them. I just, you know, I want them to be able to get Rex like a regular reader too, you know, and I come from the standpoint that I'm just so grateful that authors are writing books because they give me that escape, you know, like they give me this escape from the real world. And I can't thank them enough for that. So I'm all right. I'm on a tangent here. Okay, let's say who's gonna get the signed books. So the 2 prizes are the first book of the Fae Chronicles, Fighting Destiny, is a signed book that she's going to mail, and then the next book she's gonna give away is King of the Shadow Fae, And that's also a signed book. So that's her urban fantasy, actually. And it's a shorter book because it's an urban fantasy. And she'll write about that in her group, by the way. She'll explain all that if you join her group. She explains like what the page count is for different genres, and why she does certain things that she does with, how long her books are. Yeah, so those are the two ones. All right, so what I'm going to do, the two prizes from Amelia. Now, Amelia's also donating an 11-100 this month. So not only is she giving the 2 signed paperbacks to 2 people in the top 10, she's also giving the second book of The Legacy of the 9 Realms on ebook, which costs money. It's like, someone tell me how much it is. I don't know. It's like what? Maybe $5.99 or $6.99 or something, $7.99 for free to the 10 people who win from this live. So 5 are going to win based off of people talking here, and then we're going to pick 5 together. Okay. So she's doing the 2 signed books. Then she's also contributing 11-100, which I'll talk about when we're done announcing the winners for her stuff. Okay. Wow. I think that might be the longest I've gone on about an author. Knowing Amelia, she's probably like, oh my gosh, So hopefully that's, yeah, okay, good. All right, moving on. I didn't mean to. All right, so, okay. So I'm going to announce who the top 10 are this month, and then I'm going to announce who we picked to get the paperback, and I'm going to say why. Because we try real hard to be fair. We try real hard to pick people that are a good match with the author. Someone who's like a diehard fan of an author that's giving away the paperbacks, they're going to get more of a priority because they're just going to be so excited when they get in the mail because it's like their favorite author. You know what I mean? So all that plays a part. I have an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to do it real fast because it's got the names on there, that where I crunch all this up and I can see how many times people have won. I can see what they've won. I can see, what kind of badge they have in the group. And all that gets factored in. Okay, so, you don't know what to do without the authors. Me too, Kara. Me too. Okay, all right, so the top 10, and this is in order number 1 through number 10, but that doesn't mean that number 1 and 2 are going to get the books, okay? Once I go through the list of 10, then I'll tell you who won the books. All right, so number 1, most active member for the month of February is, thank you, drum roll. All right, this is a conversation starter, and she has been in the top 10 twice before. She's won twice before, and it is Holly Edgerton. Yay, Holly. She's in the UK. Boom, 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 boom. I can't drink, and I never drink it when I do the live. So just, excuse me. It's a mimosa, It's beautiful out here in Florida. It's gorgeous. So, tank top, not to be too mean to all y'all in the cold. Okay. The second most active member, she's like a given every. I think there's only been 1 month she hasn't been in it because she had surgery or something. And so she was like sleeping. I mean, how dare her to sleep, The second most active member, she's been in the top 10 12 times. Can you guys guess who this is? She's won 7 times. Yeah, Holly, take them out. Is Kat Gifford, of course. This woman, oh my gosh. And I'm seeing her tomorrow. She is in town, and we're going to go to breakfast. We're going to go to Mother Pucker's. I don't know if you guys, if you follow me on TikTok, I did a video on it. Mother Pucker's. It's a scratch kitchen. I'm really excited. Okay, all right. Number 3, most active member. She's been in the top 10 5 times. She's won 5 times. And she is got the badge of a conversation starter, just like Holly. And it is Kara Barbado. Yay, Kara. I know you're on right now, girl. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, what moderators are on right now? I saw Katie. Katie, I'm probably going to need to get your help if you want to start looking at the comments so we can pick 5 people to be in the 11-100 winners of what's been said so far. Anyone who has given a shout out to Amelia Hutchins, guys, go ahead, start commenting. If you love Amelia Hutchins, what your favorite book is, anything you love about anything that you think Katie might see and be like, or Victoria, you're on too, so Victoria, help me out. Anything that you might see that say that someone might say, "Ooh, they deserve a book as an 11-100, get the 10 free ebooks." So go ahead and say something about Amelia and her books. Okay. All right. So number 4, this person has never been in the top 10 before and has never won anything before. That is Lee Davey. Yay, congratulations, Lee Davy. Yes, Katie, help me out. I need 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I ask, and then I'm going to ask you for the 5 names. So just start looking at the comments. So anyone who comments now, especially if you say something nice about Amelia and her books, you will get priority to be a winner of the 11-100. And I'll explain more what that is. Okay, and that's free books. Okay, so Katie, when I ask, I'm going to ask you for 5 names. If you could scroll through the comments and pick the 5 names. Now, the only thing is the 5 names cannot be anyone in the top 10. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. For these 5 names, they can be someone in the top 10. Excuse that. The next 5 names we're picking aren't in the top 10. So if someone's on here that's in the top 10 that I've mentioned, and as I'm going through it now, they can win the 11-100. Sorry for the confusion. I figured that out today. All right, okay. The next one, most active member, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 5. This person has never been in the top 10 before and has never won before, and she has been doing posts like crazy in the group because she wants to be in the top 10. You know who you are, girl. That is Sarah Quinn. Yay, Sarah. Boop, 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 boop. Yay. Okay. Congratulations, girl. Good job. All right. So number 6 in the top 10, who is a conversation starter. She's been in the top 10 6 times before. She's won 5 times before, is Tanja Berman. Yay. Yay, Tanja. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah, you joined Amelia's group? Awesome, Jackie. All right, okay. Number 7 in the top 10 this month, has never been in the top 10 before or won before, is actually an author, I believe, is Isla Alaric. E-L-R-I-C-K. Isla. Yay, congratulations. All right, that's number 7. Number 8, who's been in the top 10 6 times and has won 6 times. Wow, look at those odds. That is Lapona, and her profile is Ben Lapona Moore, but that's Lapona. So congratulations, Lapona. Boop, 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 boop. I know, it's really cool, the people who keep coming. It's like, yay, we're doing something right. They're sticking around. Okay, number 9 in the top 10, and she's been only once before, once before, is Katie Wilson. Yay, that's number 9. Boop, 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 boop. Good job, Katie. And then last but not least, number 10, most active member for the month of February. It's never been in the top 10 before, never won before, is, and I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so just bear with me. It sounds like it might be Italian or something. I don't know. Vanessa Facchiotti. Facchiotti. I used to sing Italian, so it looks kind of Italian. So Facciottti, maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, so that's number 10. Yes, comment, you guys, so because Katie's going to pick people from here. All right. Okay. And actually, I'm going to override one. I'm going to give one on here for sure while they're talking, just because I'm just going to do it, because I'm just doing it. So, Katie, one of the people that's going to be in 11-100 is going to be Sarah Quinn, okay? Not that I don't love everyone else. It's just Sarah has been killing the group with posts and comments trying to win, and Sarah's not getting a paperback from the top 10. Sorry, girl. I'll explain why in a little bit. But go ahead and give one of the spots for the 11-100s to Sarah Quinn for me, okay? So I need 4 people, all right? Just because I've been seeing the comments go myself. So I picked one, Sarah. So congratulations, Sarah. You're going to be one of the 11-100 winners, okay? There you go. There you go, girl. Persistence is key. Okay, all right. So now at the top 10, all right, Sarah, you already know. Sorry, girl. So the 2 winners of the signed paperback, and I can't promise you which one you're going to get. I'm just going to give the names to Amelia and the addresses to Amelia, and it's going to be a surprise. You either get the first signed copy of Fae Chronicles, or you get the second book of Legacy of the. No. That's the ebook. It's the King of the Shadow Fae. Yes, I think so. Let me check that one more time. Yes, King of the Shadow Fae. That's the signed book, okay? So you're either going to get that or Fae Chronicles, the 2 winners, okay? All right. Okay, so the first winner is, and the reason why this lady is getting the signed paperback, she's been in the top 10 several times. She has won several times, but she is a diehard Amelia Hutchins fan. And I've seen her talk about it in chats. I've seen her talk about it in posts. She loves Legacy of the 9 Realms. She loves Knox. She's talked about it on this chat while we're live. I knew she would. So guess what, girl? Kara, you're getting it. Kara Babardo, you are getting a signed paperback from Amelia Hutchins. I'm just so excited. That's like awesome. I'm just so excited. Like I'm gonna cry. I'm crying for you. I would love a signed paperback from Amelia Hutchins. Psst, psst, psst. No, I'm joking. But am I? Okay. All right. Yay, Kara. All right. Next one is the second person and the last person for this one, for this prize. So I picked this let me tell you what I did. So I went through a couple of the different people that were candidates. We had to pick someone in the United States this time because of different logistics reasons. So they had to be in the U.S. first. So I went through and looked at U.S. people. And then Kat Gifford, by the way, girl, you got ruled out because you've gotten so many paperbacks now signed through the contest. And I'm sorry, I know you're a huge Amelia Hutchins fan, so I felt bad about that. But I've also you just got the Stephanie Hudson one, so I'm like I'm trying to like spread out the love, you know. So Kat, you were ruled out for that, but I went through all of them, and what I ended up doing is I found one person in particular has done several Amelia Hutchins posts. So several Amelia Hutchins posts, and even did some like art about Amelia Hutchins, like with like a crow or something. I don't know exactly. I can't remember what it was. So because of that, girl, Katie Wilson, you are getting the signed paperback from Amelia Hutchins. Yay! Yay! Okay. Oh, either book is fine for you, Kara. Awesome. Yeah. So those are our winners from the top 10 for Amelia Hutchins signed paperback. Is Kara Barbardo, girl. I cannot pronounce your name. And Katie Wilson. Okay. So good job. All right. Now we're moving. Okay. So that being said, we said Amelia Hutchins is amazing. Go read her books. She's great. She's active in the group, and she's go join her group. Her group's great too. You will not regret it. She's really, really good. If you love paranormal romance and high fantasy, epic fantasy, it's your cup of tea. Especially enemies to lovers, your cup of tea. And her spice, like I said, is great. It's really good. Okay. Woo woo. Okay, moving on. So the 11-100. I'm gonna have to break these up because wow, this has been going on for a while. But you know, I can talk. So I really shouldn't because I have stuff going on. But anyways, I'll say that in a minute. All right. So the 11-100. So what happened is what we realized is that the top 10 were always getting prizes, and the same people are in the top 10 a lot because they just love the group. You know, they're in there, so they're winning. Like, you know, Kat Gifford has won, you know, 7 times. You know, she's in the top 10 12 times. You know, so which we still want you to be, Kat, but we just started realizing that. You know, I get contacted a lot by authors wanting to do giveaways in their group, and we have rules about that. So if I allowed every author to do a giveaway in the group, you know, that sounds like great, right? Like, oh my gosh, free books all the time in the group. Those are the only posts we would see. Okay, we have a lot of authors in the group, and we have a lot of new authors in the group, like just, you know, amazing authors, new green authors, and you know, and they really want to get their book out there, right? Which is totally understandable. But we can't have all the posts being giveaways, right? So we have certain criteria for giveaways in the group, and one of that is they have to have over 1,000 ratings on Amazon. We actually might raise that because we get contacted so much about giveaways. So they have to have over 1,000 ratings with more than 4 stars on Amazon. So it's got to be an author that that if we do a giveaway contest in the group, people are going to have known of, you know, been like know of, and can get excited about it, you know. So look at the what are you doing, girl, Katie, with the little eggplants? Oh, the spice. It must be like delayed, the comments. Yeah, I bet you it is. Yeah. The other thing is it's got to be someone that I love too. Well, no, not necessarily. It doesn't have to be 1,000 ratings and someone that I read and love, because I've done giveaways for authors that I haven't read before that have over 1,000 ratings on Amazon. Or it could be someone who has very little ratings on Amazon, but someone that I'm like gaga over, and that's just because I always feel bad saying this, but that's just because it's my group. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just Sorry, I guess that's the perk of being my group. So like, you know, authors that aren't as well known, but someone that I've fallen upon, I love, that I do emoji review for. I guess it kind of makes from the sense, like, I did an emoji review, and I'm like, these people are amazing. And they're like, oh, can we do a giveaway in your group? And I'm like, yeah, no, sorry, you don't have 1,000 ratings. That's kind of where that came from, because it's like, it doesn't make sense, right? If you do an emoji review, and you're like telling everyone, this author is amazing, but not as well known, and I love finding hidden gem authors. I love, like, giving them that spotlight. It would just be weird, like, if I said no to a giveaway. So that's kind of why. Anyways, so because of that, I decided to do reward people between the 11th most active member to the 100th most active member, because Facebook gives me those statistics. And so I did a post saying, hey, would any authors be, you know, willing to give away free books and a bundle to these 10 winners? And the post went crazy. I mean, we had tons of authors say, yep, I want to do that. So we have 5 authors for this month. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to remember off the top of my head, because Facebook kicked me out again, which I can remember off the top of my head, but the problem is I don't know if I'll remember the pin names on the top of my head. Katie, I need your help, girl. Comment on here. You saw the graphic, right, that Dawn did in the group, or if Dawn's on, with the 5 authors that are giving away their books for the bundle. I could get off the live and go find them. I know who they are, but I think one of them in particular has a different last name than their actual name on Facebook. So I want to make sure I say the author's name and not their profile name. Yeah, just drop in here and then I'll read it when I see it pop up. But we had 5 authors. We have lots of authors. So what I've been doing is, last month I picked the first 5, and then and we did a bundle with those 5. And so what we did on the live is we gave to 5 people in the live who were talking, we gave away the bundle. So that's 5 free ebooks from these 5 authors to the 5 people on the live. Then we asked the people on the live to give us a number between like 11 and something. And yeah, author Maggie Brown was an author last month for it. She gave away her book in the bundle. And then they picked 5 people, and then I read their names live. And then I did a post tagging the 10 people. So the 5 from the live, the 5 from the top 100. That's why it's called Love 100, because it's between the 11th and the 100th most active member. And I did a post tagging all 10, and then I got them in contact with the authors. My phone was like blowing up for like 3. Thank you. Yes, thank you. All right, so I don't think. Do you actually want to join me on video, or is that an oopsie daisy? I'll put you on here, girl, if you want to be on the video. Katie. All right, she found it. Yeah, I know. I'm just. Okay. All right, here you go. So the first off, thank you, Katie. S. Lucas, right? Sam Lucas. That's Vampire Kiss. Tell me the name of the books too, because I don't know if I remember all the names of the books. Or no, just tell me the author's names for right now. We'll do the author's name for right now. Okay, you don't want to be on. That was an accident. Okay, all right. So Sam Lucas is one. I know that for sure. I know Cameron Allie is another. I know that for sure. Amelia Hutchins is another. I know that for sure. Maggie, her last name is different from her profile name. I think it's Maggie Maxwell. We'll see how good I am remembering. And the last one was someone I just asked yesterday, last minute, because I was having a hard time with the other author I had asked. Nothing bad. Just it was Jennifer Jennifer Forrest isn't in anymore. She couldn't do it this month. Maybe next month. Shoot. So you don't know the latest one. Dang it! It's Tanja. Tanja. Girl, are you watching right now? I just don't remember the last name. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I just reached out, and like I said, I've been kicked off my Facebook. So I don't have a way that I can go on there right now. Let me try. So you probably don't have it. Dawn Davies has it, by the way. Katie. Let me just try one more. I doubt it. I doubt it'll let me do it. Why did I close this earlier? Yeah, no, it won't let me get on. It won't let me get. Yes, there you are, Tanja! Yes, Tanja! Yes! I'm like, I know her first name. Longoria. How did I not know that? I'm sorry, girl. I literally reached out to her yesterday and I was like, can you do it? And she was like, she responded back in 2 minutes. She said, yes, I did. So I'm like running off to the paper, running off to the press, switching out the covers and the names and all that and whatever. Jennifer, hopefully she'll do it in a future month. But I just didn't get to her in time to get this done today. Okay. I need that. All right. So we've got, I'm pretty sure it's Maggie Maxwell. Oh, Maggie Maxfield. God, I was so good. So close. All right. So it is Maggie Maxfield, S. Lucas, Cameron Allie, Tanja Longoria, and Amelia Hutchins. All right, cool. Done. All right. So now, Tanya, you're a sweetheart. Thank you for helping. Thank you for putting up with me. Okay. So now that that's being said, I am drinking on the job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now that that's being said, let's get our winner. So we know for sure Sarah Quinn's going to be one of the 5. So Sarah, I need you to tell me a number. And Katie, go ahead and drop the other 4 on there. The 4 other winners that you picked from this chat. And it could be anyone. It could be anyone on the chat. So Sarah, I need you to give me a number between 11 and 95. And I'll pick the person who, whatever number you give me is in the top 100. Okay. Sandy Powell Kelly. Sandy Powell Kelly, you also won. I'm going to write this down real quick. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh crap, I don't have my keyboard on me. Okay, Victoria Shannon, are you on right now? I need you to write down these names so I can grab them for you after the live, okay? So we've got Sarah Quinn. She's given me the number 42. Then we have, Sandy Powell Kelly. Sandy Powell Kelly, I need you to give me a number as well. Then Jackie Landon, I need you to give me a number as well. And Sophie Lamb, yay Sophie, I need you to give me a number as well. And Karina Christo, I need you to give me a number as well. So you guys all won. So let me go back and I'm scrolling up here. All right, Sandy Powell Kelly, Sarah Quinn, Sandy Powell Kelly, Jackie Landon, Sophia Lamb, and Karina Christo. Those are the 5 that have won the bundle from the call today, from the live today. Yay! Now I need you to give me a number between 11 and 95. That's what Facebook is giving me. And then I'm going to find that person, look at the number, I'm going to find that person's name, and they're also going to win. Okay? So, that being said, hey, Cameron Allie! She's giving away a book in the bundle. Woo-woo! All right, so we've got 42. 42 was what Sarah Quinn picked, and that is Larissa Martin! Yay! Larissa Martin. This is where I need your help from. Actually, I might be able to highlight it. Hold on. Tell you what, man. My head is not on. Okay. Larissa Martin. Okay. Yay! So that's number 42. Okay. Moving, scrolling. I'm scrolling. Okay. Sandy Powell Kelly. She has picked. And congratulations, Sandy. 22, which is Jessica Taylor. Yay! All right. So Jessica Taylor also won. And I'm going to highlight that on my little keyboard. Boom! I swear I've only had 3 sips of mimosa, by the way. It doesn't look like I've had more. Okay, Sophie Lamb! Yay, I'm so excited. All right, she is number 33. And 33 is Lexi Repes. Lexi Repes. Yay! All right, Jackie Landon. Pick number 64. And that is, oh, that's so cool. She's been in the top 10 a couple times. Stacy Ward Klingensmith. Stacy Ward Klingensmith. I'm just glad I didn't say Klingon. Sorry, Stacy. The Klingon won it. That's so wrong of me. Sorry, I'm a Trekkie. I can't help it. All right, so Stacy Ward Klingensmith. All right, that's number 64. And is that everybody? Is that, did we hit everyone? Okay, so I have 64, I have 42, 33, 22. We're missing one. Who didn't give me a number? Did I not see it on here? 64, 33, 22. Who didn't give me a number? Sophie Lamb did. Sarah did. Oh, Karina left. Okay. All right, then. Katie. Let's see here. Someone drop a number. The very first number between 11 and 95 is getting one. Actually, no. You know what? Who on here didn't get one already? Let's just give it to someone that's on right now watching. Who wants a bundle? Oh, Kara just did. Okay, you guys dropped numbers. Okay, we're good. We'll go with that. All right, 48 was the first one since I started saying that. Okay, so 48 is Sarah Robinson. There we go. There's our top 10. Yay! Awesome. All right. So what that means then is, message me your email, and I will get it to the authors to get you your bundles. Okay, and send me your address if I don't already have it. Actually, just anyone who wants anything, resend me everything. I've got to get a better system for this because it's no fun to go back and look at like 100 messages to find someone's address, which happens. Like even with Kara, that would happen with me trying to find your address. So everyone, send me if you want something. Send me your email address or your physical address. Yay! I'm glad you think it's cool. That's awesome, and you'll get to try 5 books, and one of them is Amelia Hutchins' book, so that's really cool. Like, so it's her second book, A Legacy in the Nine Realms. Her first book is already free, so that's why she gave the second one for free. So yay! All right. Oh my gosh, this is going on for a while. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap up. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, anything about the group that they want to talk about while we're on? And while that's happening, I'll look to see if anyone comments. There's anything I can answer. While that's happening, we had fiction fans and ball gowns last weekend in Liverpool. So if you go to the announcements, there's a live 2-hour video where I walked around talking to authors. The Twisted Sisters is on it. I got to interview the Twisted Sisters. It was so cool. I just couldn't believe it. Oh yeah, I'm glad it was super fun for you, Sophie. Yeah, so the reason why I'm postponed for a month is I have 5 dogs, okay? It kind of just happened. I have 3 puppies. They're all in their crates right now while this is going on. And then when I get off of here, I got to go let them all out and take care of them. I've got 3 puppies. One just turned a year. But then I have an elderly dog who out of nowhere, she's 14. Oh, you watched it live? And I was adorable. Thank you. That's so sweet. It was really weird because I was walking up to people and I was like introducing myself, and then they were like, "Yeah, no, I've seen you on TikTok or I've seen you on Facebook," and I was just like, "Oh, that's so funny." It's weird because I don't know. It's just weird. It's cool though. Bella, my 14-year-old Yorkie Poo, she started not being able to walk around. She started hunching. Like literally, we were in St. Augustine at Christmas. And she was trotting around with the best of them. Like, you never know she's 14. She looks like she's 10 years old. You know, she's super fit dog. And she started hunching over and started having pain and stuff. And so we started like taking her to try to figure out what was wrong, you know. And before you know it, we spent $10,000 on diagnosing her. And she doesn't have cancer. They thought she had a herniated disc and she would need spine surgery, but she doesn't have that either. She has an infection in her bone. It's an infection in her spine, and it's going to take a year with antibiotics to get her better. And she still has plenty of years left in her. It's just she's in a lot of pain right now, and she takes constant monitoring. So this past month, between taking care of her and, you know, we started a GoFundMe, just because we had friends tell us, you know, do it, see if anyone would help you kind of thing. Because no one expects to spend $10,000 on diagnosing their dog. I mean, just diagnosing the dog. That was CAT scans, MRIs, you know, blood work, all kinds of tests, you know. So we did that, and you know, she's getting around, she's walking, but she's definitely having a tough time. She's in some pain. So we're just hoping that the medicine kicks in sooner than later and she starts getting back to herself. But it happened very quickly. The vet said it's really uncommon for a dog her size, because she's tiny, and her age to get this. It's very, very uncommon, and it can come from UTIs. and she had a UTI last summer. So we're thinking the UTI turned into the infection in her bones somehow. So it's just, yeah. But thanks. So yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. Vet 7K, and then you had to put her down for bone cancer. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was a bit worried about that we would get to that point and then we would do all of that and then find out we had to put her down anyways, kind of thing. Luckily we don't. Luckily it's all completely treatable. It's just a long road ahead of us, you know, and she's older, so it's tough. It's really tough. But I'm so sorry to hear that, Sophie. Yeah. So anyways, that's what's been going on with me the past month. Just been real busy with that and work, obviously. And then I had to fly to England for the FFB, which was amazing. I got to see Katie Conquest in person. I got to go to tea with Stephanie Hudson. We went out for tea. Stephanie, Blake Hudson, Caroline, who does the drawings, you know, in the Academy series, and Amy Reynolds. She was with me. We were spending time together. She's a mod in the group. She's one of my besties. So we ended up doing, yeah, I'm happy it's treatable too. We ended up going to tea with Stephanie and Blake. And we had like British tea. And Caroline is freaking awesome. Caroline is my new bestie. I think she's amazing. So we had tea. And then Amy and I putzed around for 2 days in Manchester. We met up with Holly, another moderator. Met her for the first time. Then we drove with Claire Boyle, who is on Stephanie Hudson's, team. And we drove with her from Manchester and Liverpool. And then we ended up just helping set up because we were in the car. And we got there and it was like, it was like, do you need help? Because like, we're just going to go hang out in our hotel room. Like, yeah, like, thanks for driving us the 45 minutes. We're just going to go hang out in our hotel room and have drinks and let you guys set it up. Like that was never going to happen, So we did that. We went there and helped set up all day long. I sat with Stephanie in a room. It was just Stephanie, me, and Amy for a couple hours. And we hot glued flowers to candelabras for the centerpieces of the ball. I was like, this is like, what world? When did I ever think I'd be sitting there with a hot glue gun, with Stephanie Hudson gluing flowers onto candelabras? It's just like, it's wow, So we did that, and then we had drinks that night. I got to meet Dawn, and I got to meet Katie, who are mods in the group, and we all had drinks together. We all went out to dinner together at Weatherspoons. And then the next day was the signing, which was amazing. I got to interview all the authors. Yes, I'm going to probably go to the next one. They've already been, I hadn't officially said it or not, but it looks like I'll probably be doing the live filming again. But this time, because you couldn't hear it really well, the authors talking, I'm going to have to get a microphone. And Blake was saying that I actually need someone to hold the camera for me so I'm on camera. So I don't know how I'm a software engineer. I don't know how I've gotten into this world of interviewing authors, but there you go. So yeah, I probably will be going. Hubby can't go, found that out, so it would just be me. So if I go, I'm literally going to be flying in and out. Like I'll probably fly in like the Thursday and then see everybody on Friday for drinks or dinner or whatever. I'll be there Saturday and I'll probably leave Sunday night. It's going to be like a quick turnaround. So you'll help? You want to walk around with me? All right, maybe we'll do that for sure. Yeah, I'll need someone to hold the camera and then like let me talk and then like a proper interview, So but it's a lot. It's a big thing. It's like it's a big fellow STEM girl. Yes, it's it's like all it's all, you would miss out a lot on the signing yourself, because you'd be walking around with me for hours. So think about it. Maybe we switch. Maybe we have someone else step in and out, maybe one of the mods if they go. But that's awesome. Yeah, thanks. If you don't mind, message me so I don't forget. That would be great. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. I won't say who, but I had one of the authors message me after. It was like, it was so cool to see you. I was fangirling. I'm like, what? Like, no, but you're the author. Like, I'm fangirling to meet you. So it's just cool. Like, life is crazy, man. It's cool. So, you will. All right. So yeah, so so that happened, and then we had the ball. The ball was amazing. And then, oh my gosh, you guys. Holly. The mod, Holly in the group. So, okay, I'm just gonna tell you the story, and I got my puppies. I gotta wrap up, but And I haven't seen any questions about the group while I'm just blabbing. Sarah says the tea looks amazing. Yes. Woo woo. Okay. Here's all I know, right? So we're at the ball. We have the dinner. It's amazing. You know, we're dancing. We're having fun. You know, everything's great. Holly and I start doing shots. We do a shot with Blake. We do a shot with just random other authors. Oh, you know, I found out an author was there from a book that I've read, an Omegaverse book called Pray. And I didn't even realize that she was there. That was really crazy. I found that out like the day after. I was like, oh, I don't even think I interviewed her. But anyway, so you know, we were having a good time. We weren't drunk or anything, but we were having a good time. And about 30 minutes before it was to end, the lights came on and a lady collapsed. Okay, I think she just had too much to drink. I don't really know the entire story, but she collapsed, and so the event had to get shut down. Like, right, so the lights came on. It was like, all right, guys, sorry, it's 30 minutes early, but it's over. You know, of course, someone's injured, so or hurt or whatever. So it is what it is, and everyone's, you know, worried about the person. So, but what happened was we all kind of felt like, you know, oh, it's over early kind of thing. You know, after, I don't want to sound like we weren't worried about the person. We were worried about the person. But once we found out she was okay and she you know, she moved on, then it was like, well, where's the after party? You know, so we were all like, where's the after party? And so I talked to Blake, and Blake's like, Blake and Stephanie are like, well, you tell us if you know where the after party is. And then I was like, okay, well, you know, you tell us if you know where the after party is. And so everyone decided we were going to go to the hotel bar and stay up for a little bit in the hotel bar. That's what we were going to do. So Holly's not staying at my hotel. So she is like, I want to do the after party. And I was like, okay. And I was like, let's go ahead and go to the hotel. We can drop off our stuff in my room. She's like, yeah, I'm going to put on some flip-flops of yours. And I said, okay, you can wear some of my flip-flops. So we'll go do that, put on comfortable shoes, and then we'll go down. We'll meet everybody, right, at the bar. I mean, it's 1:30 in the morning. The hotel bar is not opened, you know, but you're not thinking clearly at the time. You know, you're like, oh, we're just going to go to the hotel. So we start walking to the room. I don't even think we noticed that the bar wasn't open. We dropped off the stuff in my room. We walked out. We run smack dab into Stephanie and Blake. They're getting on the elevator to go to their room. And Claire's there and Libby. And you could tell they're all talking business. Like, I think they were talking about they had to get up at 7 in the morning to go pack up everything at the event space and head back to Manchester. Like, they were talking, you know, everything they do. So they were not in the after party mood. Like, they were done. You know, they were there. And so at this point, I'm like thinking, I'm kind of ready to pack it in too. You know, it's late. It's been a busy few days. I got to get up early. I want to, but Holly, bless her heart, she's like, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm 42, you know, Holly's like in her mid 30s or early 30s or something. And I was like, sure, let's go. We'll find a place like right near the hotel. Hey, glad you're back, Holly. We'll find a place right next to the hotel, you know, easy peasy. So I still have my steampunk stuff on. I've got my steampunk hat, my goggles on. I've got my gloves. I got my jewelry. I'm steampunk. I'm in a dazzly dress, you know. And so we leave, and there's nothing around the hotel. But, I mean, never fear, Holly's on it. She's on her phone, and she's like, oh, we just need to go here. And I was like, okay. So we're walking. I'm still on my wedges from the thing. I didn't put on comfortable shoes because I gave my comfortable shoes to Holly, you know. So we're walking, and we're walking far. I mean, it's like, Katie, I think it was near where you stayed. Like, it was far. It was like 20-minute walk. It was freezing, you know. And I'm sitting here thinking, what are we doing? But at the same time, like, I used to live in England. I've done the England nightlife. Like, I've been there, know what it's about. Holly's never been to England before. And so I'm like, okay, I'm thinking, and I didn't say this to her at the time, so if she's watching now, she's probably like learning this for the first time. I'm thinking, okay, we'll go, we'll dance, we'll have a little bit of fun, you know, just a little bit of time, right? We go to the first bar, and she goes right up to the, it's like a nightlife. Like, there are people everywhere, all ages, not just like 20-year-olds, there's like 40-year-olds, all ages. They're living it up. Girls in tiny little skirts and dresses and stuff, and it's cold, you know? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So she brings me into this club where everyone's dancing or whatever, and she goes right up to the bar. She goes, what do you want to drink? And I'm thinking, oh Lord, I just need water. I said, I'll take a water. And she's like, really? I was like, yes. So she's like, okay. She gives me a water. Then we get roped into this next place, right? And there's a bride dancing, and Holly starts dancing with the bride. And before I don't even know what's going on, they're messaging each other. They've become like Facebook best friends, and like they're on each other's phones, and they're going to be like the bride's like, you're my person, you know. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? And so they're dancing, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start to dance. Meanwhile, I'm not getting hit on, but I'm getting people coming up to me left, right, and center because of the steampunk. I had one guy chasing me around telling me he's going to steal my steampunk. I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of. And Holly's like, let's go get another drink. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom while you get a drink. And she's like, okay. I come back. Here's your drink, Rebecca. Oh my good God. So I start. Well, you're only in England how many times? You know, you're only out to wherever how many times. We kept going. So by the time we were done. At the end of the night, someone came up to me and asked me if I was Holly's mom. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I don't look that much older than her. Like, I'm done. You know, I'm like, Holly, it's time to go. And she's like, okay. So we left, and we get in the cab. And guess what time it was? 4:45. 4:45 a.m. I get in the cab. I look at the Uber driver. And I said, what time do your bars close over here? And he goes, oh, they go to 6 a.m. 6 a.m.? In the States, you guys know what it is. It's last call at 1 a.m., right? It closes by 2. Most places 1:30, it's done, you know? Like, if you want to keep going after 1:30, you got to go to a strip club. Like, that's how it is over in the States. I know. I was like, oh my gosh. So I get back to the room. I'm dead. It's like 5 a.m. Dead on my feet, you know, like I'm just like, this is insane. Like I do the bare minimum, fall into bed, set my alarm because Claire is going to pick me up in the morning, but she didn't say what time. We're going to drive back to Manchester. Set my alarm. Right when I wake up, I look at my phone. Claire messaged 5 minutes before, ready to go. I'm like, I mean, it was the quickest, like throwing everything in my bag. I didn't even get to eat or drink or nothing. I didn't even have a hotel reservation for that night. Yeah, it's a long story. I won't bore you guys with it now. I didn't have a hotel reservation for the night. So I get to the car, Claire gets me, and she's like, how long do you need? I'm like, 15 minutes. Throw everything in my bag, get to the car. Claire's like, where am I going to take you? I went, I don't know. I haven't made a reservation. I don't know where I'm going. I'll just go where you're going. And she's like, okay, back to the office. So I ended up spending several hours unloading the trucks with Stephanie and Blake and Claire. We unloaded everything back into their offices. We dropped stuff. I mean, we were laughing. So everyone was just exhausted. Caroline showed up. She's like, don't mind my boob. I've got a broken rib from last night. I'm like, what is going on? This is just crazy stuff. So it was fun, man. I was dead. And I ended up booking, I ended up coming home a day early, and I ended up booking a hotel at the airport. And then I got an Uber to the airport, the hotel there. And then I found this really cute pub, like 10 minutes from my hotel. And I spent a couple hours there, and I ended up reading all day. So it was fun. Yeah, it's one of those stories. Like at the time, I was like so tired. I don't want to go back to my room, but it's just one of those things that I knew that I needed to do because it's just a memory, you know. It's a cool, yeah. It was just a cool memory, you know. And so I ended up reading and just relaxing. Then I flew and I read the whole time on the flight. I've been reading B. Page. She's contemporary romance. If you guys like, she was at the signing. She's got her Mask series. If you don't mind dubious consent and dark, like black characters, morally black, I should say, not black characters, not African-American characters. I didn't mean it like that, but like morally black. She's got, her books are really dark that way, like really dark that way. So I was reading her on the plane. And then yesterday I started Obligation by Gemma Weir. I am freaking obsessed with this book. The first book is Obsession. It's dubious consent. It's also super dark. It's contemporary romance. So if you're not into dubious consent, not into dark, it's not for you. But if you like alpha holes and the whole dubious consent thing, that's brutal. It's great. I love Obsession. I did a rec in the group for it, and I'm reading Obligation right now. So, and that's yeah, it's so good. It really, I love it. But you have to like dubious consent for both of those series. You have to like, and if you don't know what dubious consent is, It is, it's not rape. I probably should not say that on Facebook Live. It's not non-consensual, non-consensual. It's, but it is. So it's like the girl saying no, but she really wants it kind of thing. So it's, some people would read it and think it's non-consensual. And some people would say, no, it's not, it's DEBCON, you know, but that's basically what dubious consent is. So, and Kat, I get to see you tomorrow for breakfast. Yay. I'm so excited that we made that work. I've been really upset thinking that we wouldn't get to see each other while you're down this way. So that's cool. So anyways, that's what's going on group wise. So I got to go get my puppies. They've been in the crate for a bit. Take care of my sick puppy. You know, but group wise, things are buzzing. You know, we're getting like 100 members a day. So we're growing really big. The mods are doing great. Victoria Shannon, she's a new mod. She's a new mod from last time. Dawn Davis is a new mod from last time. She does the graphics. You know, so that's been going really good. And, you know, it's just, life is great. Other than my dog situation, life is great. So anyways. All right. It's denial. Dubious consent. Yeah, it's denial. There you go. There you go. I love Obsession. Sebastian and Obsession. I love him. But I have a girlfriend who read it and she DNF'd because she hated him so much she couldn't continue. You know, so it's that he's an alpha hole. You know, he is, and he's delusional. He's arrogant. He thinks that the girl belongs to him and only him. And that just is the way it is. It's like, duh, the sky's blue. You belong to me. Like, hello. You know, it's amazing. I love it. So, all right, guys. Yes, I'm going to hang up. This has been a lot of fun. I'm going to post this to announcements. And I also post all of the videos to our YouTube channel, by the way. It's URFPNR Book Lovers is the YouTube channel. So check that out there if you want to. So, all right. I'm going to go read and take care of puppies and drink mimosas. That's my plan. I'll be online, though, if any of you guys want to chat. So, bye. Have a good one. Bye.